Morning fairies! So I just decided to start this new thing where I will post every Wednesday, and it's gonna be called What I Wish I Knew Wednesdays. So welcome to my first What I Wish I Knew Wednesday. And today the topic would be what I wish I knew before I ran my marathon, or both of my marathons. So as I said in my 50 facts video, I ran 2 marathons last year. I ran the London Marathon and the Athens Marathon, both in 2016. So I did the London in April and Athens in November. Number one is that training, there's lots of dedication and time going into marathon training, and you have to prepare for that. My training was really bad on both counts. For the London Marathon, I was actually in LA and I went to Coachella the week before my marathon, so that wasn't good either. And I was in LA for 2 weeks, and that was bad. And for my November Athens one, I hardly ran. If you follow the training guides, it's 3 times a week or even more. And I mean, I do exercise quite a few times a week, but I have this crazy thing where if I have to do something, I won't do it. I need to be able to think that I'm actually deciding that I want to do it, and I have an option of not doing it. Whereas when I was training the marathon, it felt to me like I had to do it, and then I didn't do it. Number 2 is that it actually hurts a lot. I can't even explain. Everything hurts. Everything is so sore. And afterwards, I had 10,000 blood blisters, which I could post a picture here. I'll post it at the end of the video, so people who don't want to see my blisters can stop before. And after I ran the London Marathon and I went to bed, my muscles were so sore that when I was twisting or moving in my sleep, it would wake me up because it was that painful. And both feet were so swollen. I just had to wear flip-flops everywhere as well. Point number 3, it is, I would say it's 70% in your head. If your mind can do it, then you could do it. Number 4 is me talking about crowd, how the crowd actually pushes you on and gives you such a big boost. Because when I ran the London Marathon, every step of the way there was someone cheering me on, or the crowd is always there pushing you. And then in Athens, because it was a dual carriageway the whole way, there was no crowd at all, and it was such a struggle. Number 5 is walk if you have to, don't push it. And pacing is the biggest key in your life. When I ran the London Marathon, I was in the start line right next to these paces, the 4.5 hours paces. So I started my first 10K running with the 4.5 hours. I was so excited, I could keep up with them, oh, this is so good, I'm gonna definitely get 4.5 hours, and my aim was to get 5.5 hours. So I was running so much faster than I would have. So the average would be 6.5 minutes for the whole marathon, and I could definitely not be able to do that. And then I slowed down so much, and I actually got in at over 6 hours. I think it was 6 hours 20. When I ran Athens, it was way more tough. The elevation, the terrain was actually 200 meters elevation throughout the whole route, and I actually ran it at 20 minutes faster than I ran London, when London elevation was only 20 meters. So this was, what, like 10 times steeper, and I ran it faster because I paced myself more. Oh, and I ran Athens by walking every kilometer. So I read this like how to survive a marathon without training guide, and then it told me to walk 20% of every kilometer. So that's what I did. And then after a while my phone ran out of battery, so I had my Apple Watch ran out of battery, so I didn't have like a tracker to see when I could walk. So I would do like a song running and a song walking, because my average pace is like 6-ish, 7. So that, and nowadays songs are like 4 minutes long. Point number 6 is that the wall is very real. I hit the wall in London, and I think I walked the last 5k, and that was really bad. It slowed me down so much. I should have prepared for that more. Number 7 is be aware of what you actually eat during your run. There will be food all the time. There'll be fruits, banana slices, gels, your own gels, gummy bears, pieces of cake, sweet Skittles. Like, I was actually like, and everyone, the crowd would be giving it to you and they want you to take it, and I was just stuffing my face with it, and I was just eating it like the whole way, and I wasn't sure if I was doing like a proper marathon or just like eating. Like, I probably ate the same amount of calories I was burning, but like, and it made me feel really ill. Like, I was eating, like, it was just sugar, because like when you train, because when I train, like, I train with gels anyway, so I know the amount of running gels I need to finish this marathon, and then I was probably eating 3 times what I've always been training with. Point number 8 is toilet break, and be aware of the consequences. So I didn't actually have any toilet breaks in Athens, but in London they were giving out those shiwi cone cups, and then I stopped for toilet break maybe at like 35-kilometer point, and my legs basically seized up. Like, you know that you shouldn't stop and start, and because your engine is like very slow, and that was what happened. And if I knew, I would not drink as much. Maybe I was over drinking, and then I really had to pee, and then that was really bad. Number 9 is kind of related to number 2, but number 9 is that make sure that you realize that your toenails are probably gonna fall off. I think 2 of my toenails fell off during London, and then 1 fell off at Athens. I was getting blood blisters underneath my nails, so like they just pop off. So yeah. Number 10, which I kind of talked about already. Be very aware of your terrain and your elevation, because I honestly didn't know that Athens was gonna be super duper steep and super duper tough. And I actually didn't do any hill sprints or anything. I just did normal London road running. I just did the distance training for it. I probably ran maximum, like, my furthest run in one go was 30 kilometers, and it was just like around Hyde Park. So that was really bad for me when I went, and it was just like, it was that steep. Like, people were just walking up, like, and it was like all the time. So it was like that, and then it would be flat for like maybe a kilometer, and then another steep. We're basically running over a hill, and it was just never went downhill. It only went downhill. So wait, let me explain what Athens Marathon is the original marathon where that guy ran from the town marathon to Athens to tell the king about the war. And so he ran there, and then when he reached, he died. And that's how the marathon started. And then I was like, oh, I want to run that, like the original route. So we did the original route, and basically it's all uphill until you reach Athens. And it was just like probably like a 5K gentle slope, and that was it. So then like basically 37 kilometers was that. So be aware and train for it. So that is it. That is my 10 things that I wish I knew before running a marathon. And what I would summarize with is that even though marathon is just so tough, for me anyways, I'm very glad I did it, because it's a once in a lifetime experience. And when I ran my first marathon, I was just like, oh, I'm never gonna do this again. I hate this. And then I was just like, oh, since I'm not gonna ever run it again, I might as well run the original route. And then I ran that. And then after running Athens, I actually signed up to run Paris this like a few months ago. But then I didn't run it because I was just like, actually, I don't want to run that distance ever again in my life. So now I am only running halves, because I found out that like I don't actually enjoy running that long distance. But yeah, thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel, and then I will post the ugly blister pics right after this. Bye!